Welcome to iGlobal Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me to the new beginning of this week. And a very interesting close for the US dollar as it breaks above the 90 on the index. And this in terms has shown some strength right across the board. But more importantly, the Australian dollar was relatively stubborn at the beginning of last week, and it tried to take out this 60-day moving average, but failed to close above it. As you can see here, for 3 days, it never closed above it. And that level was at 78.80, and since then it's taken a significant downturn. And now presents itself for the grand challenge of 76.85. From a technical point, we're a little bit oversold. The market is not really rebounding at this present level, so we could see a challenge of this support today. If we get a break beneath it, then this would expose the next target of 75.0520. Although the RSI is a little bit oversold, the technical implications from the MACD as well as the stochastic is still bearish. The resistance now seen at 77.45. So as I mentioned, the dollar index is showing some significant gains from Friday. And over the last few weeks, the euro hasn't really challenged the downside as of yet. We've got one test of this neckline, but we are very much preparing itself for the next move. You can see here from the line of the MACD and the MACD signal and the histogram and also the stochastic and the RSI is all supporting the case to the downside. With the immediate target coming in now at 122.55, a break of the neckline at 121.80 would give further indication and potential measured move of 118. Reason behind that is this double top bearish reversal gives us the head to the neck, and then from the break of the neck gives us a measured move down to 118. This is why I'm bearish, and also for the fact is that the other indicators are also supporting this view. I'm a little bit puzzled to the dollar yen case why it hasn't bounced since the break of the initial downtrend. One thing to note though, that over the weekend there was concerns that further drama is coming out of the US President's Oval House. Now, it was noted in the newspaper over in the States that the National Security Advisor, H.R. McMaster, has heightened concerns that that there might be some recent personal changes and what could mean for the government if he's removed. The newspaper did stated that Trump is actually still shaping up his cabinet, and if we do see H.R. McMaster's moved, what does it really mean for the government policy? So does that mean a stronger US dollar, or would it cause some concerns? So let's see what comes out of that for the start of this week. But we do have a heavy impact of data to come out tomorrow. We have the RBA to announce its minutes for last month, and also we have the Australian data on house price inflation as well. And also we do have the Federal Reserve, which are looking to, at this stage, hike rates on 25 basis points. Now, this is on Thursday the 22nd at 5 a.m. Sydney time. So what does that mean for the US dollar? I do expect to see a regain momentum from dollar yen, though. So as long as we maintain above 105, I'm bullish. Well, the pound isn't going anywhere too fast, as you can see, since posting 2 dojis. And the break of 139.30.40 stays little upside momentum. I do believe in terms of the technical pattern that we could break down further, and if that's the case, then the immediate target for the pound is seen at 138.75 and then one down to 138.45, and the uptrend slowly coming into play now at 137.90, so around 70.90 that is. So see how that plays out. With the technical case, I am very bearish coming into the pound this week. Also, later this week, we do have the Bank of England rate decision, so that may put a little of a steer if we are to see a hawkish statement. The gold is still weak and still looking towards its bullish platform at 1,300. Overall, I am not bearish as we get lower to the case, and you can see here we are getting to a point which last time down here, which is in December, did get a nice rebound. And I do expect to see that if we see a challenge towards 1,300 in the short term. Silver now looking towards $16.15 as the level weakens further today. Now with the opening this morning, we've seen so far a low of 25. The base is at 20 and at 15. Beneath there would give some concern that we could be looking back towards $15.80, but I don't see this as of yet. And rounding off with oil, well, the market did post a slightly bullish advance on Friday, but not enough to turn the technical indicators around. So at this stage, I'm seeing a resistance around $62.50 and a down challenge of 61.5 with $60 beneath. So that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day that's ahead.